Soccer fans, put on your cleats, tape on your shin guards. If you're sleeping, wake up! Yeah, you! It's time for America's wackiest, craziest, zaniest, and every otherest adjective I can think of. It's time for the hottest soccer show in the galaxy, the Soccer Sam Show. Coming at you, feel the kick!
Hi, I'm Soccer Sam, and you're watching the Tab Ramos Show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hello, it's me, Dr. Saul. You notice I don't have my jacket on. It's very warm out. I'm back from vacation, and I'm all here all alone. So bring the teams down to Tully's at 1225 Jefferson Road, Monday nights from 6 to 7, and talk to me, because I'm really lonely. Except for the cameraman, but he don't like me. So good. But now we're gonna go to Soccer Sam. It's not funny. I'm all wobbly, but we're going to Soccer Sam, who is at the Rhino Training Camp.
We're here at the Rhino Training Center. Coachy baby, tell me what's going on?
No, we're getting excited here. Obviously, the season's going to be starting soon. We're in preseason.
How's the guys look? Are they fit?
Definitely. We had some testing over the weekend, and they've shown good fitness, good agility, good muscle strength. So I'm pretty impressed.
Like me? Kind of like me.
Close. Well, they bulked up. They're not quite as bulky.
We gotta put them on a high pasta diet, a high fat diet. That's what we gotta do. But listen, baby, we're gonna go back to '97 now with Something to Shoot For. Mike Shope did this thing. It's a documentary. Something to Shoot For is beautiful.
Great.
Let's watch it.
Appearances in the A-League and U.S. Open Cup championship games in 1996 did volumes for the rookie Rochester Rhinos. The first-year franchise exceeded all expectations, rebounding from a season-opening losing streak and gaining momentum that would carry them and their devoted fans to unexplored soccer heights. With many of the same players back in 1997, the goals for this year's Rhinos had been exponentially increased. But so was the size of the A-League, and the Rhinos eventually would learn that titles are not to be taken for granted. But the 1997 Raging Rhinos continued to achieve soccer excellence in America. Frontier Field got much of the credit for the team's attendance prowess in 1996, but the team proved in 1997 that there's more to drawing big crowds than just a pretty pitch. You need an exciting, driven soccer team, and even in playoff defeat, the Rhinos proved to be just that in 1997. The faces were often familiar, even if the playing venues were not. The Rhinos ventured into 1997, a season in which the A-League expanded from 7 to 24 teams, with the bulk of their Cinderella club of 1996. Forward Doug Miller, the A-League scoring champion. Team MVP Rene Rivas, who sparked the offense from the back. And goalkeeper Billy Andracki recovered from his gruesome injury in the 1996 A-League final and back in top form. The season opened in Hershey, where the Rhinos rallied past the expansion Wildcats 3-1. It was the first of 4 straight wins for Rochester, which found some Southern comfort in victories over Charleston, Jacksonville, and Carolina. The season was young, but the Rhinos, in only their second year, looked like old pros. The key to their success was twofold. The Rhinos got superb backline play from veterans like Rivas and Ukrainian Yuri Smotrich, the calming sweeper, young enforcer Fusini Dauda, and from local stars like Leon Minot and Chris Kennel. Andracki allowed only 2 goals in the 4-0 start. Plus, Rochester found another source for offense. As Miller was retraining his game legs, newcomer Jimmy Glenn emerged as a top-flight producer, scoring 3 goals in the first 4 victories. The team lost its first game in Toronto, then returned to Rochester for the home opener against the Lynx. Lennon Steenkamp and Henry Gutierrez scored goals from the midfield, but a crowd of more than 12,000 fans saw Toronto capture a 3-2 win. Another defeat in Hershey then dropped the Rhinos' record to 4-3. The team needed a pick-me-up, and it didn't have to look far to find it. Doug Miller had played the first 7 games, but it was June 7th against Jacksonville that he really arrived. Miller scored 3 goals to put the Rhinos into a comfortable lead, but the Rhinos couldn't hold it, and they'd make their first foray of the year into overtime. Then another of the team's marquee men of 1996 stole the show. The Rhinos carried the momentum from that victory into decisive home wins over Worcester and Connecticut. Miller scored 3 more times in those wins, and for the first time this year, the Rhinos were getting superb play from the midfield. Tommy Tanner, one of several Rhinos whose season started late because of indoor conflicts, he had found his game.
My first 2 touches go out of bounds, and then my next touch goes in the back of the net. So the guy set it up for me. I don't even think the goalkeeper was in the goal. I think he was surprised, but a goal's a goal, so I'll take it.
Gustavo Villagra was a defensive force. Indoor transplants Nate Hauser and Kevin Ketters solidified the back, and Yogi Mackay and Ezekiel Alamo were running opponents' flanks ragged. They say that a soccer team is only as good as its midfield, and at that point of the season, the Rhinos were great. They rebounded from a last-minute loss in Raleigh to ride Miller's second hat-trick to a victory in Richmond. Then it was back to Frontier for games against Carolina and Montreal, the year's most memorable pair of matches. The underdog Dynamo had rallied to lead the Rhinos 2-1 into the game's final minutes. Then things got a little interesting.
Welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
The Rhinos regained their composure after the brawl and won the game dramatically in the final seconds. What followed was an Independence Day match with Montreal, the first of the season between the Rhinos and their top rival from 1996. The game was scoreless into overtime when Miller flashed like lightning onto the scene. The penalty kick call gave Miller a chance to be a hero, a role that the fan favorite seems to like. The fans rejoiced in the Montreal win, but their emotions were tempered by the departure of another object of their affection. René Rivas left Rochester for a chance to play in Portugal. The fans let Rivas know he would be missed.
Thank you. I appreciate because you understand my position. I hope, everybody understand my situation. I really don't feel comfortable to break the contract. I never did this before. But it's a great chance when I have 20 years old. I think if I don't take now, probably this chance don't come back.
Soon the team would feel his loss as well. A jam-packed July schedule wouldn't be easy for a Rhinos team at full strength. Without Rivas and numerous other players to injuries and suspensions, the month would come to be miserable. The Rhinos lost 8 straight games, an unthinkable notion for a team striving for and believing in a championship conclusion. Head coach Pat Ercole and general manager Chris Economides seeked answers, but neither a juggling of lineups nor the acquisition of new blood like quality players Malai Walton and Mike Kearns could stem the tide. In fact, the biggest job on the club became that of head trainer Craig Rand, who was dealt a full deck of wounded players. The Rhinos seemed to return to form in a U.S. Open Cup rematch against Tampa Bay, a reminder of last season's most memorable moment. Rochester was close often against the Mutiny this year, but not quite good enough. Tampa Bay scored late to prevent another Rhinos run in the U.S. Open Cup. In most games, the offense was keeping Rochester close. Miller and Glenn continued their torrid paces, while Nicky Vinovich gave the team a smooth playmaking element. The Rhinos traded A-League All-Star Henry Gutierrez to Seattle for youngsters Justin Stoddard and Nate Dallecon to mix things up even more, and Dallecon immediately became a force. He scored goals in 3 consecutive games, including this highlight reel offering against Long Island. Rochester closed the season with decisive wins over Long Island and Toronto, the 2 teams with which the Rhinos were competing for playoff position. That set up a playoff meeting with the Rough Riders and a resurgent sense that a fairy tale finish was possible. In their playoff opener, the Rough Riders put the clamps on Miller and the offense, which had scored 4 times in their recent meeting. There were close calls, but nothing got through Riders keeper Manuel Carew. Long Island forced a shootout which spelled doom, or perhaps another 4-letter word, to the Rhinos. 0-5 in the regular season, the Rhinos simply could not find their mark in the shootouts all year. They would drop another to Long Island in this playoff game.
It's unfortunate that they got back into it. We should have had them, we should have had them 5 shots. But we just have to go back to the drawing board. We're going to go to Long Island, and last year we won both our games on the road. As a matter of fact, all the teams won their games on the road, excluding the final. So we're certainly not out of it at this point.
A win in the second game would force a mini-game and restore the Rhinos' hopes. But in a recurring trend of the season, they could not maintain it. The Riders forced another shootout, and the Rhinos' dream was over. The end was bitter, but the 1997 season at times was sweet. Miller won his second straight scoring title, and the team again dominated the league attendance race, more than doubling its nearest competitor with an average crowd of more than 10,000 fans, also topping their 1996 mark. The playoffs were a bust, but the franchise remains a boom. And with the A-League championship still elusive, for the Rochester Raging Rhinos, there is still something to shoot for.
Hello, sunshines. Bobby Greenfield here. The soccer... Hello, lovely. Soccer Sam will be right back. There's a ball, there's some balls. Oh my gosh, look at all those balls!
Naira Trophies slogan, take 27.
Naira Trophies, because certificates are for losers.
Ed?
Yeah, Dave.
That's not the slogan.
It's not?
No, Ed.
But it's the truth. When you put your blood, sweat, and tears into winning something, you want some hardware. I mean, have you ever heard of a bowling certificate? Have you ever tried to drink champagne from a certificate? It smears the ink.
Just read what's on the card, Ed.
All right. Naira Trophies. Need a trophy but too lazy to win one? Buy one from us and it'll be our little secret.
Ed!
Naira Trophies, 892 South Clinton Avenue. If you can win it, we can reward it.
Michelina's Italian Eatery, 2700 West Henrietta Road, 424-3040. Michelina's Italian Eatery. Hey, Joe, I could go for a Brigiole. Alex, you got to tell me, who's got the best rollerblades in town?
Locker room.
Locker room sports?
Yes.
Who's got the best soccer stuff in town?
Locker room.
Locker room sports?
Yes.
Who's got the best hockey stuff in town?
Locker room.
Locker room sports?
Yes.
Who's got the best goalie stuff if you're a goalie and you want to be a goalie and you want to get the gloves and the jerseys?
Locker room.
Locker room sports?
Yes.
I mean, the locker room's got everything. What's the name of the place?
Locker room.
Locker room sports. You heard it from Alex. This kid knows. Look at the camera there. Locker room sports, Ridge Road West. Go see Alex there. The question, can you dance? The Rochester Rage Tryouts, April 11th, Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. at Aronley Point Mall. Be there. You can be part of the Rochester's greatest dance group, the Rochester Rage.
When I was a kid, I used to love playing soccer and flying my kite so much that it didn't matter that my mom used to make me wear those dorky clothes. Well, I still play soccer and I still fly my kite, but now I've got some killer clothes.
Not your mom's clothes! It's time for you to join the Army. Sam's Army. 691-4048.
Good evening, I'm Tom Suckerhead. Primo Soccer announced today that they have quality hand-stitched balls available at wholesale prices. Good news for camps, coaches, players, and myself. Primo Soccer.
Hi folks, I'm John Gabrielli from Marina Dodge. We'd like the opportunity to sell your next new used car or truck at a price that you can afford. We're just 1 mile south of Charlotte Beach. Give us a call at 342-5000 or come on down.
Don't forget to listen to the Soccer Sam radio show, baby, or I will blast you.
Chris Economy's GM, the man of the Rhinos. What's going on, buddy?
Just a very exciting today, first day of camp here. I can't wait for the season to start, Sam.
What's going on? I hear the MLS is coming to town. The Metro Stars, is that true?
That's true. Wednesday, July the 15th. Tony Meola and the rest of the Metro Stars will be in Frontier Field.
Lexi Lawless?
Lexi Lawless, all the boys.
Well, last weekend, let's go to some MLS scores and highlights. Check this out. Chris, first, last Thursday, the Miami Fusion beat the Tampa Bay Mutiny 1-0 in the shootout. Henry Gutierrez, former Rhino, was the first player in Fusion history to score any kind of goal. He got the shootout, and rookie Leo Cullen takes a shootout, gets taken down, gets the penalty kick, he scores, they win it, the Fusion win their first game 1-0. And my Metro Stars lost 3-2 versus Kobe Jones and the LA Galaxy. Jim Cardinal Rooney scored the first goal for the Metro Stars 24 hours after signing as a discovery player from the Long Island Ice-T. Giovanni Severisi got the assist, and 13 minutes in the second half, Giovanni Severisi again puts the Metro Stars ahead 2-1. Then it was the Kobe Jones show. Check out these two goals, and he does the celebration, and that's why he's the MLS Player of the Week 2 weeks in a row. Kobe Jones of the LA Galaxy, they beat my Metro Stars 3-2. Not good, but my player of the game, Paul Doherty, former Buffalo Blizzard. Metro Stars' next game is against KC. DC United beat the New England Revolution and the very popular Raul Diaz-Arce 2-1 in the shootout. Johnny Torres, the rookie, looked great, but not so great here in this assist to Ahmad Baba. But they go up 1-0. The magic of Bruce Arena. He puts in the late sub, Brian Kamler. He ties it up. What worked by Il Diablo, Marco Echeverri. 88-minute mark, DC ties it up. Shootout time. Brian Kamler puts one in, and Scott Garlic Breath, what a stop on Diaz-Arce. The United go 3-0. They're going to the championship. I can feel it. And the Colorado Rapids beat the San Jose Clash 3-2 in the shootout with only 10 guys most of the match. Chris Henderson ejected 5 minutes into the game. Don't know why. Colorado scored 2 unanswered goals. And then Waldo, not Waldo Van Erck, but Eric Winalda gets the penalty kick here. It's 2-1. And then Lawrence Lozano ties it up. Will they win it? No. They go into the shootout and they lose it. The Rapids win. They're excited. And the Dallas Burn beat the Columbus Crew 2-1. Dante Washington gets the game winner. The Burn are 2-0 so far this season. What a week for MLS, Chris. Now, Chris, those are some good highlights. What was your favorite game of the weekend, you think, last weekend?
Well, I guess I have to say the Metro Stars Galaxy game. The back and forth, 2-1. They tie it up in the last couple of minutes. They win the game. Great soccer, I'll tell you. It was really fun to watch.
I can't wait for those guys to come to Frontier. I could say it, Soccer Stadium, July 15th. All right, let's go back to you guys at Tully's.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just checking myself. It's me and Mr. Microphone. We're back. Now, after the break, we're going to go to Mark Spaghetti. What? Oh, I'm sorry, Mark Spacconi. He's going to interview Tab Ramos. I think he plays soccer for the Metro Stars.
Great food, good times is our motto here at Tully's. Our menu is full of great food at great prices.
And the good times never stop at Tully's. Kids and adults love our game room.
If you're a football fan, don't miss our Monday night football parties. And Wednesday, kids pay what they weigh.
Hello?
10 and under, please. We've got a free song and a Sunday for every birthday.
And Tully's has over 70 televisions, so if you can...
Pitch it.
Punt it. Putt it. Serve it.
Jam it.
Drive it.
Slam it.
Ride it.
Then try it.
Watch it here.
Tully's, 1225 Jefferson Road in Rochester.
Baseball. Basketball.
Soccer. Rochester Sports Garden.
Corner.
Come down and play.
Join a league. Are you good enough?
Rochester Sports Garden.
Next week, we're going to meet all the new Rhinos. It's going to be great. A lot of cool guys. All you young kids, you better tune in next week right here on the Soccer Sam Show.
Top notch. Need some embroidery or some screen printing? Check out Top Notch Monogramming in Schoen Place. They got it all for bags, hats, towels, you name it. They're soccer people and they'll set you straight. Top notch.
Salvatore's Pizza. Every day you can pick up a large cheese pizza for $5. And yes, we still offer our full menu delivery. Get close to the TV. Are you ready? Salvatore!
Hi, soccer fans. I'm Doug Miller, league MVP and leading goal scorer 2 years running. You want to learn how to shoot like the pros? My video will give you the 5 techniques to becoming a successful shooter.
At Jim May's Pro Shop, at the Sports Garden, where else?
Jim May's Pro Shop. Thank you.
Come see our new store at the Sports Garden.
Jim May's Pro Shop.
Welcome back, soccer fans. We're here with Tab Ramos from the U.S. national soccer team. Tab, we hear you and Jerry Rice have been rehabbing knees together. What's the scoop on that?
That's actually not true. I wish I did, because he was back in 3 months. That means I'd probably be playing by now. But no, I've been working on my own, with the right people. But I feel I surrounded myself by the right people to be able to get back another time. And I certainly haven't been scared of the work that was ahead of me. And hopefully I could be at the World Cup.
You look at a guy like Jerry Rice, he comes back in 3 months from an injury that you have. Well, you've had twice now. Does that give you encouragement to see that no matter how severe it is, you can always come back from it?
Yeah, of course, it gives me encouragement. At the same time, it also lets me know that these type of injuries need time, because he came back and he hurt himself again. So, there's a lot of scar tissue in there that needs to heal, that needs to go away, and maybe at 3 months you can't do that. I know for me, at 3 months I was already running, I was already jumping, but from saying that to actually playing in a game, it's a long way off. So, in a game you're taking your body to the absolute limit, and it's very hard unless you're 100% to do it. So, I'm confident that everything's going to work out, and I know my road to France has been a lot rockier than most people's, with 2 ACL injuries, but I feel that I will get there, and I think what drives me every day is just thinking about playing Germany in Parc des Princes in front of a sold-out stadium. I want to be one of the 11 guys with a hand over my heart that day, and I think that drives me more than anything else.
You're giving me chills. You're giving me chills. In Sam's Army, we're going to be there with you guys, with our hands and our hearts too. I just want to say good luck to you. We know that second time around has got to be pretty tough, but when you scored that goal in Portland after your first surgery, the elation was among the fans and you. I think everybody felt proud for you at that moment.
But I felt that with that goal, certainly at the time, I felt like, I'm finally back. This whole injury thing is over. Unfortunately, I got injured again, but at least it made me feel a lot more like I contributed to our cause to go to the World Cup, because I didn't want to miss it for anything. And hopefully I can be back and be in a third World Cup. That would be nice.
Now with your club team, the Metro Stars, they're going to be playing on artificial turf. In terms of your injury, how is that going to affect your stay in New York? Will it at all?
No, I don't feel that that AstroTurf actually hurts my knee any more than grass. Actually, I've done a lot of my training on turf right now because I get a true grip. So I don't have to worry about slipping or anything like that. I know it's difficult. If I had my choice, I definitely wouldn't want to play on turf. But that's the situation we're in. I'm at home in New York, and I wouldn't want to trade that for anything.
That's great. Tab, we wish you a lot of luck. Good luck in the World Cup.
Hi, it's me, Dr. Saul. I'm back with my friends, Puff Daddy, and what's your name again?
Will.
Puff Daddy and Will Smith. We're here in Tully's, right? Exactly, I couldn't have said it better myself. So what team do you play for, Will Smith?
Not really any.
Okay, good answer. And what about you? Okay, I played for them when I was little. You're stealing my spotlight, kid. What are you doing? Anyway, we're gonna go to the Buffalo Blizzard Report with Soccer Sam. Soccer Sam is big. By himself, he's a crowd. Is this on? Hello?
Soccer fans, they did it! The Buffalo Blizzard Blizzard, they won a division. Billy Superstar and Drucky, unbelievable.
Yeah, you need an angioplasty.
Oh, baby, that was unreal.
Yeah.
You are beautiful.
Great, it was a great win for us. You know, it's been a long season, and to put it away with 3 games left, it means a lot to get some rest now.
Mr. Bellani, congratulations.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you. It's a real thrill. Real thrill. They made it the hard way. It's tough. Almost gave me a heart attack.
This is one of the greatest owners in pro soccer. This guy loves the game. He does it with the heart, man. Not just with the cash, but with the heart. And Mr. Bellani, man, you got to be proud of these guys.
Well, I am proud. They're fighters. They fought all the way. They didn't play their top game today, but they had enough to win, and they hung in at the end and showed what they're made of. So I'm really proud of them.
Bobby, you got to be proud.
It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. That's only step one. We got to win a playoff round and win the championship. But it's a good feeling right now to get it out of the way, and now we got some rest for the guys who are hurt.
How did it feel to hold that cup up in the air like that?
Like a champ.
Oh, look at these arms. The guy's pumping up, dude.
They call him Thor Lee.
Look, how's it feel to win it?
Oh, man, what an awesome feeling. That was great. We just squeaked it out, but we're champions, and we're on our way. Right on, man.
Evan Whitson, buddy, how'd it feel?
Great feeling. This is just the first step. We got to bring the whole title home now.
It was just, I don't know. I mean, it came down to 9-8 at the end. I thought that we could have played a little bit better. I mean, you got to give a little bit of credit to them. They fought. They've lost a lot of games recently, so they came out at the end. They played it strong. We made it hard on ourselves, but, you know, it's a win, so it's a W, and that's all that counts.
Yogi Mackay, the Oakster, how's it feel, baby, winning the division?
Hey, it's nice to ramp it up. We made it a little tougher than we wanted to, but a couple goals, it worked out just fine. We'll take it, no problems.
Jimmy Jack Glenn, baby, you won the division. How's it feel?
It's unbelievable. I tell you what, I'm doing from this huge crowd, 13,000 screaming, ranting, raving fans. I tell you what, I love it here, and I can't wait to do it this summer also.
Why don't you tell everyone in Spanish to come and watch the playoff game?
Estoy muy contento de estar acá en Buffalo. La gente es muy buena, me ha tratado muy bien y estoy muy contento y quiero dedicárselo este campeonato a la gente que me apoyó, a mis compañeros. Thank you.
MVP of the game, Rudy Pick. Baby, we won it again. You're the man.
I don't know, Sam. We always make it very difficult, you know, but I'm glad we came out with the win, won the division a lot faster than we did last year, and what a crowd. I mean, unbelievable. Hopefully we can pack them in like that for the playoffs.
When you joined the Blizzard way back when they came back to Buffalo, did you ever imagine situations like this in a brand new arena, that many people? Was that even a vision in your mind?
No, not at all. You always heard rumors Buffalo's coming back, and I just thank God Mr. Bellani wanted the team, and without him we wouldn't have a team, and I'm glad we have one, and hopefully we can bring Buffalo a championship.
Awesome. Awesome, dude. Awesome! Yo! No, it feels good. We won it for the second year. We didn't play too well, but good try. We didn't play too well, but I think, you know, we've got the momentum going in the playoffs, so anything can happen in the playoffs. That's what we've been striving for the whole season, so get everybody healthy and hopefully we can win a championship, you know.
Best luck in the playoffs. Armando, baby, you guys won the division. How's it feel?
Feels good. It feels good. You know, first year coming to Buffalo, the boys working hard. So, you know, as long as we win the division, now we got to win a series.
I'm still working on that ankle, and you know, it's been hurting me a little bit, but I keep playing on it. And you know, that's my problem. I keep going with my heart and not thinking with my brain sometimes, and I keep working on my ankle. And you know, I think it's gonna hurt me in the long run if I don't take a couple weeks off. So,
Dougie Miller, man, we want to see you on the field, baby. So.
Well, I want to see you here, baby. April 9th, you be here, because we're gonna kick some butt.
We're here every Monday night at Tully's, 1225 Jefferson Road. Nike. So come out and bring your teams and support me, Dr. Saul. I need friends badly. I don't like being alone. Where's Carrie when I need her? But anyway, have a great soccer weekend and feel the kick.
We're going to the championship right here in Buffalo. Look at these fans. Look at Billy Superstar and Drucky. This is unbelievable.
The fans here, the fans in Rochester, I'll tell you, New York has the best fans in the country, for sure.
Billy Superstar and Drucky.